Coach, Portland's in a little bit of a bad way. They haven't won in 5. I'm curious what your thoughts are, your biggest challenges making this long trip to take on the Timbers in Portland.
Yeah, first of all, it's a long trip, so that's the reason why we are traveling tomorrow, 2 days before the game. And what we have seen from Portland, the last games which we analyzed, they played both 2 structures. So one structure with 3 center backs, another structure with a back 4, and with a clear philosophy against the ball, with a clear identity with the ball. So, and also with a lot of good individual players, especially in their transition moments, with a lot of speed in their forward line. So we have to be very aggressive. We have to be very to have the right focus, the right concentration to read these moments when they pass deep. And of course, on the other side, we have to create our moments, especially with the ball, to play very clean, very simple, with a clear direction. And now it's the game on the road. We know our story. This is what we have to be very open about that as well. We know the story in that season, and but now it's the moment. Okay, after this national break, to be ready, and it doesn't matter if we are playing at home or on the road. We have 5 games to go, and now directly with a good performance, and then to do everything to get these 3 points.
We'll go to Anthony next.
Coach, you had a lot of players in international duty, really quick turnaround. How are they health-wise, and are there any availabilities that we should worry about for the game over the weekend?
Yeah, we have to check Julian Hall. He had some problems beginning of his training camp with the national team, and he made today individual program. So we will see tomorrow when he joins our team training session if it's possible to join. The other guys, Carlos and Chupo, they arrive tomorrow. We will see. We have to check. Both of them, if they are ready. Victor as well, Bogac. So he played, he scored. That's good for his confidence that he scored a goal. So the guys now, at the end we have to check tomorrow. Then we know more about that. But I would say right now, no one came back with an injury from the national team.
We'll go to Mark in the room.
Saw Lewis out there. We talked 2 weeks ago that he was to be integrated into team training.
Yeah.
Is he integrated, and is he possible for Saturday?
Yeah, he was integrated the last 2 days in our team training session, more modified. Was not full team training session, and so today is Wednesday. So that means we have tomorrow and on Friday the team training session. Tomorrow we have to decide. Okay, is it an option for us to sit on the bench? I would say right now it's a question, but the really good message is that he joined the last team training session in a modified way.
We'll go to Dan Feuerstein.
Good afternoon, Sandro. Hope you're well rested from the international break. If I can ask you about Maxime Crepeau, very strong goalkeeper for Portland. He's done wonderful things both club-wise and internationally with Canada. How are you going to try and solve him, trying to get those goals to get that 3 points? And also,
oh, that's a good question.
And also, how disappointing is it that you won't face Felipe Carballo since he suffered that ACL tear with Portland on his loan over there?
Yeah, first of all, we are very sad with his injury, to be honest, because he's a great guy. He's a very professional player, and we have seen this when he played for us. So it was tough when we got this message with his injury, and but of course I'm always happy to see my players, also my former players, and so we have to look if we see him around the field, off the field, and to analyze how we can score against the goalkeeper. That's a really good question, to be honest. First of all, we have to create the chances. So I'm not sure that the goalkeeper is involved then in these moments, how we want to create the chances. And of course, and then it's always the same when you have a 1-against-1 situation or top of the box when you want to take the shot. then with the whole confidence. That's always the same with our strikers, with our wingers, with our 6-8 position. This is what we need, and we have a lot of respect for Portland, and also for the goalkeeper, and especially not only in his behavior against the ball, also when he has the ball with long passes directly behind the defense line, and this is what we analyze. But at the end, okay, our confidence is important, and first of all to create our chances, our moments on the road.
Go to Gary.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hi, Gary.
International breaks being what, of course, the norm in whatever league you're in. Chicago won, so does this game add any added significance? And second, does the international break either hurt or help your team as far as getting ahead for the stretch run?
Gary, 2 questions. So first of all, of course, I watched the game Chicago against New England. So, and on Saturday night, first of all, I watched the game USA against South Korea in our stadium, and then I moved home with my son to watch the next game. So it was a full soccer game day for me in the stadium and then on TV. But so at the end, it makes no sense to think about the results of from the other stadiums, from the other opponents. We know the situation right now, so it's clear we have 5 games to go, and we need points. That's clear. So, but that's very simple to say about, okay, we need points. It makes more sense to think about, okay, what do we need to get these points, especially on the road. And this is that was our preparation the last 10 days. It was not only the preparation to start yesterday in this regular week for the game on Saturday, and was very intensive last week in our training session, and also from the physical point, which we need now to go. And we work very serious in our principles against the ball, with the ball, especially to create our moments. And that was the topic. It was great behavior from all the guys here in our training session, off the field and on the field. And now we have to do everything what I said when we sit tomorrow, when we travel tomorrow to Portland, and then to be ready on Saturday when it's kickoff.
Go back to Mark in the room.
1 goal in your last 3 games. It's been tough. The goals have come in bunches, and then these stretches where you can't find the net. What has to be different on Saturday? Is it just a question of being more clinical, relaxing, letting the chances come? What's the challenge here?
Yeah, I would say first of all to have to create our basic behavior on the road. That's important, and to play very aggressive, very intensive against the ball. This is what we did very well the last couple of weeks. But of course, then to create our moments. So we had a lot of chances to win the game against Columbus. We had a lot of chances to win the game in Charlotte, and that's always to believe in our quality to create our chances, and that we are always able to score. I think that's the most part. That's the main part, most important part for us, and not to think too much about how many minutes we didn't score. So we have to believe, and I would be more nervous, to be honest, when we don't create chances. So we had a lot of chances, and of course, and in our training session we practiced a lot in the final third to have our runs, our patterns. But at the end, it's match day. Then we have to see, and we have to show then our quality. But I'm pretty sure that we have the quality to score. But first of all, we have to play very aggressive against the ball. This is necessary, especially on Saturday in Portland on turf.
We'll go to Sean.
Coach, danke for your time today.
Danke. He said danke. Bitte.
Yes.
Bitte.
So the 2 words I know that I'm allowed to say.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that's great.
You were, thanks again. You were at the stadium for the Korea game.
Yeah.
It was a sea of red. It was a full house. There were some players that came through your system. There were a number of players from MLS. How does that make you feel? I mean, are you a little envious? Are you thinking, you know what, when my team can do this, we'll do better, we'll have the crowd, da-da-da. What's going through your mind as you're experiencing? I mean, I'm looking around, I'm seeing a sea of red. I'm going, you know what, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to compare now a leagues game compared to a national team game. So I think that's. I was really surprised. What I can say about a lot of Korean people. What I have seen in the stadium, and it was an amazing atmosphere there. And also it was a very interesting game from both teams. I would say first half Korea made a great job, and second half our national team, the national team from USA, they had a lot of chances maybe to change the result. So it was very interesting to see from my side as a fan and not as a coach, to sit there and to enjoy the atmosphere in the stadium. It was so loud, especially when Son had a touch on his foot, so everyone was then directly in the game. And yeah, I enjoyed the game. The result was not so good from our side, from the USA side. Yeah, but it's difficult to compare. Difficult to compare a leagues game than a national team game.